Hi again, welcome back to step 3 of this sales funnel training course. In this video, we're going to be talking about the best marketing tips for high conversion rates on your funnel. So we've set up the basic content in our funnel. Now we need to know how to tweak it in order to boost those conversion rates. So let's get this. The first one to increase your conversions is video. Okay, so a video opposed to a picture or an image on your landing and upsell pages. Now, of course, we are living in the age of video content. People are consuming more and more via video than ever before. So what that tells me is that if I want to convey a message as a business, then we need to use video and implement it into our funnels, especially when we're talking about the 3 phases of selling, which I'll get to later on in this video. But number 1 is emotion. Okay, so how can you get emotion across? Video is so much better than written format. And also, anybody who doesn't want to read now has an alternative to consume your content. So in that video, give people a need to want your product. Tell people what it is about, what your brand is about, what your brand message is, and fill it with simple content with a sense of direction. On to number 2, eliminate distraction. Now, the great thing about using a funnel opposed to a traditional web page is that you don't get the top bar, the sidebar, the navigation, the adverts, anything like that, which is great because all of those will grab the customer's attention away from you, away from the content that you're trying to convey. And that's just not good for conversions, not good for leads, not good when you are trying to sell anything. So keep it as simple as possible for the customer. Give them the content and let them be immersed in it. Number 3, split testing. Compare the performance of your pages. I can't stress this enough. This is when you take one page in your funnel and you change one thing, okay? Just the one thing. It could be a title, it could be an image, it can be anything, but just change one. Then you set a percentage between 2 pages, okay? So these 2 pages are the same except for that one thing you changed, and you set that percentage to distribute to a certain amount of customers. You leave it for around 10 days, a minimum of 7 days, and then you come back to it. And whatever one has the greatest amount of conversions is the winning funnel. So then you keep on using that, you keep tweaking and changing other things, but just the one thing, guys. So I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So we are in our funnel editor. If you want to know how to get to this, go to the top bar where it says click funnels, go to funnels, and then select the funnel that you want to edit. So once you're here, select the page in the funnel that you want to edit, click on it, and then right next to your page, you can see highlighted in green, it says start split test. So you can create a variation. I'm going to show you exactly what this does. So it gives you 2 options. You can start with a template, which is pretty much starting again. What I would recommend doing is copying the template, duplicating it, so you can then switch out anything that you want to. So once we're in here, we would click edit page and we can edit whatever we want, okay? So if I just wanted to change the title, I can. Rather than one easy to read ebook, I can change the hook to, I don't know, get your ebook now. I can save it, head back, and then from here, you can see right now, this left page, our original page, is getting 100% of the traffic diverted to it. That means that 0% of the new, the page with the new title it's not getting any customers, okay? It's not being pushed out to anybody. So right here, this bar, you can decide which percentage gets pushed out of each page to your customers. Now, once you click apply changes, they'll be running for a certain amount of time. And the great thing about ClickFunnels split testing is that whichever one performs the best will be pushed out even more and even more. So, ClickFunnels will work in the back end, all the magic that is behind a software, and it will just push it out even more, boosting your conversions, and you don't have to do anything. So if you leave this for about 10 days, that is usually enough time to be able to gauge whether a page between the 2 titles is successful or not. And by the end of that period, that version of your page with a high conversion rate will be the winning headline. So if you were to keep doing this, whether that is your text, your headlines, your images, your fonts, and you acknowledge the data, then you will end up with a selling machine. So what if you have a funnel that is already converting well? If you're happy with the results, why should you push further? Well, if you can get your funnel to increase the percentage from, an extra 5%, 10% and upwards, that is going to be a huge amount of money that you either take advantage of or miss out on in the long run, especially if you're trying to sell high ticket products or products at high volume. Now, most newbies that have just started will test 50-50. And if their funnel is converting well, like a 60 or 65% conversion rate, they just stop testing. The people that are super successful, they test and they test and they tweak things, they keep on testing and keep on taking advantage. So if you can get from a 65 to a 68% conversion, in the long run, it's going to become so much more important as you get better. So once you've tested and you're still split testing, I would change this to about 80% on the control and then let it run even longer. If you were doing 7 days before, try 10, try 15 and see what the results are. Next on the list is social proof. How can we add social proof to our sites? Well, by adding testimonials and reviews, proof of other people using your product or service to your funnel. And it's going to look something like this. So if we scroll down, don't take our word for it. Look at what our customers have to say. And now we've got customer reviews right here. Now, these are just typed in randomly. You can actually set up live reviews. When someone makes a review, you can actually have it live on your funnel. Make sure these are real reviews, guys. I don't want anyone to get in trouble, claims or anything. And if we scroll down, you can see that this is a live Facebook comments feed that you can drag right in and show off all of those positive, comments, because that is all social proof. How it helps you on social media. Use that, take advantage of it, and put it straight into your funnel. Next up, you've probably already seen this, it's a share incentive. This is a great way to boost conversions. I actually ended up boosting my conversions when I started by about 20 and 30%. So right here in the previous video, we added our social share element. So if you know how people share on Facebook and Twitter, when somebody posts your funnel into their feed, that is going to be shown to hundreds of their friends. And if one of their friends shares it to their feed, that is hundreds of more people that are going to see your funnel for free, which is a great way to get free marketing, free advertising. And like I said, it is just a snowball effect. So definitely try that one. That is going to help a bunch. Increase the curiosity on our landing page. Don't tell the customer exactly what is in your product. Only a very small amount of description should be on your landing page, okay? And what I mean by this is in the headlines, let's just take an ebook, for example. Don't tell people, this is in my ebook, this is in my ebook, this is what you're going to get. And the reason for this is that you need people to wonder what the product can do for them and that they can only get that information, content, or features from you. So right here, you saw me hugely over-exaggerate the curiosity under the original headline, and I've done that by saying this. How I added 6 figures to my e-commerce store by using this. One easy to read ebook. So one ebook that somebody could get has all the information that someone needs in. But we don't just stop there. We write that doesn't require cold calling, spending lots of time, money, or extra resources. Now, within the realm of self-education, the main target audience for funnel building type products would be business owners and entrepreneurs. So what I've done to then speak to that customer is list all of the general activities that they would more than likely be taking part in every day. And then right down here, this is the one that grabs their attention. And it's not Facebook ads, SEO, email marketing, websites, social media, affiliates, or video content. You are literally listing off anything in the industry that they would have previously seen. So you have ramped up the curiosity by 100%. Because if I were to put, here's my ebook, and then bullet point exactly what's in the book, people aren't going to read it. It's not interesting enough. It doesn't grab their attention enough. So play around with that, split test it, and hopefully you get the results that you want. Another way to increase your conversion rate is optimizing your funnel for different conversions, okay? So in sales, we go through 3 phases of selling. This is very key. Everyone should know this if they're trying to sell a product or a service or retrieve a lead. So the reasons that people buy are going to be based on 3 things: emotion, logic, and scarcity or urgency. Now I'm going to show you exactly how I have optimized my funnel for this. So right here up the top is when people are going to buy based on emotion. Now if a customer is buying based on emotion, that means usually they tend to act a lot quicker. So the reason that we put this section at the top is that as soon as the page loads, the information is there for the emotional buyers. And this is why increasing the curiosity right here or adding a video to get your message across works a charm. On our second section, people that scroll are people that buy based on logic. So right here, you're going to give them some information about why they should buy your product. Give them some advantages versus disadvantages of the rest of the industry and actually tell them what is included in your product, but don't, of course, feed them the valuable information. Still leave that curiosity on the table. And then section 3 is the urgency, the scarcity, okay? And this is where you can be a little bit more pushy, ends midnight, one-time offer, claim your copy now before they're all gone. You know, these are just taglines that hook onto the fear of missing out. Right here, I have a small description. And then of course, you can even then include, you know, an informal version of your return policy and say, look, if you don't like the product, we can refund you. Give them that sense of a zero risk investment. And then another big button to send them to the next page in the funnel. Up next is an order form bump. So this will happen in an upsell section. So you're already selling a product, you're in the selling process, and just before someone puts their credit card info, just before, you know, that they receive their product, is when you push a last minute upsell. So this is what an order form looks like. Nice and easy. If you have a product that you want to ship, you can use this two-step order form. You literally drag it right in and you just put in your information, your name, your email, shipping address, click continue. Once it slides along onto the second page, it gives you a product breakdown, some input forms for your card info, a button to complete the order, and then right here is what we call an order form bump. And this is where our last minute upsell occurs, okay? So yes, upgrade my offer. Make it as simple as possible. This form just has a checkbox, makes it super, super easy. You just have to add another product in your funnel settings and then have a little bit of text. Make sure it's not too long, otherwise people won't read it at all. But right in this little paragraph, use the 3 phases of selling, okay? So a one-time offer, that is your scarcity or your urgency. And want our top 3 sales funnel templates, a little bit of information so people know what it is. And it's also for those logical buyers. So people can very easily input their card details, check the box to upgrade your order, and then complete their order. So you may think this is super simple, but it just works. Now, let's be honest, if you're a business, you probably have business emails that you're using. So rather than at Gmail or at Yahoo, you're probably using your own custom domain. And that looks super professional in comparison to a personal email at Gmail or at Yahoo, and the same applies with the domain in your funnel. So if you have a randomly generated domain or just one that isn't memorable, naturally people aren't going to want to buy from your funnel because they don't trust it. So this is another small tweak that has big consequences if you don't have a simple domain. You can actually see if your domain is available right under this video. You don't have to go anywhere. Right underneath, I've connected Bluehost, which is usually the best price. And you can find most domains for less than $20 a year. So once this is finished, scroll down on makeasalesfunnel.com/start and it will be right under step 3. And our last one, which kind of ties in with the trust of the customer, is presentation. This goes for the whole funnel, okay? In general, you need to be using icons that are sharp, use high resolution images, even the images that you blow up in the background of your funnel, make sure they are clear. And then also use a color theme, but make sure they match your business, okay? If you're using the funnel to get people to your landing page on your website, make sure that your website uses the same color scheme as your funnel. The same goes with logos. Any piece of content with the purpose of representing your business should all match. It should be one fluent customer experience. So with that being said, all of these tools in ClickFunnels and all of these techniques I have used, tried and tested the heck out of. So be sure to implement these in your funnel and let us know what ones work for you. We would love to hear that. That's it for now. We still have step 4 and step 5 to show you how to automate your sales funnels as well as increase your traffic and keep it there. I'll see you next video.